Hello there. Welcome to the unofficial FUT podcast with myself, Jamie. I'm joined today by James and by Jordan. He's back from the dead. Say hello, James.
Hello, how we doing?
Say hello, Jordan.
Welcome.
Boo. I don't know where that comes from, Jordan. Sorry about that. So the big talk this week is the patch. The patch of doom. EA, what have you done? Honestly, it's an utter disgrace. But I mean, Jordan, let's hear your opinion first, mate, because you're all smiles and roses.
This patch has been alright. I don't see much difference, to be honest. It's a bit faster.
No.
That battle has really changed.
No.
That's it.
Nope. But yeah, so that's great. Excellent. James, what are you thinking about it, mate?
Well, I think Jordan's only played about 2 games of FIFA since the new patch, so
yeah.
I think the biggest thing that they've done, which I find the biggest issue, is the fact that they've not done anything with lengthy. They've left it as it is, but they've made explosive and controlled so much more than it should be. I've watched games where like my players are running and because now they're really fast, they're just double tapping, knocking the ball miles in front and running like Gareth Bale does, like past everybody. And how are you meant to compete now? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. See, I think they have done something with lengthy. I do think they've slowed them down. They've also made every defender a moron. Every defender a moron. I watched so perfect example, Havertz earlier. Someone popped a ball over the top for Havertz. Havertz was behind the defender. He managed to outpace the defender, then carry on running through on goal without anyone getting near him. This is an 83 pace Havertz, who's a big lanky guy anyway. There's no way that he was anything, and no one could get near him. By the way, it was Kyle Walker he got away from. He sped past Kyle Walker, through on goal and scored. I'm getting side by side with players, and my defenders are bouncing off. They no longer can work their body at all. It's just an utter mess. But Jordan, please tell us how good it is again, please. This is what you're here for.
Right, so it is really, really good. And I believe that Havertz might have had a hunter on, to be fair to him. So that Havertz might have been about 93 pace.
Yeah, but I had a shadow on Kyle Walker.
And Kyle Walker might have been a bit tired, right? So Havertz might have had a bit of that stamina on his side.
No. Honestly. Right. To explain how much of a mess it is, our illustrious virgin friend Cal played 3 games this weekend, ran off playing COD, and went out with his daddy drinking tonight. That's how much it upset him. He's gone out with his dad.
Yes.
He's had to run to his daddy. So I
just don't know. I don't know what they've done. Like they said that they fixed Travellas now. They've not fixed them. They've done. I've noticed a little bit, but they've not done them. I've watched. There's a video out there that somebody hits a Travella with the Ferland Mendy, the left back, from like 45 yards. It goes in the top corner. Like how could somebody tell me that that's been fixed? Like the boy's never scored a goal in his whole career, and he's hitting a Travella from 45 yards out. Like he's Roberto Carlos. Like I don't know. I just.
Well, what they've done, right? What they've done is they've done with Travellas what they should have done with pace. They've just done it the wrong way around. So the Travellas they slightly changed. So they just little tapped it, and then with the pace they just chucked the whole thing in. Was like, yeah, that'll do. Let's go back to how it should have been in the first place. But
should have been like that though. Should have been like. I don't know. I watched. My dad was playing a game earlier, and the boy had Jarzinho, middle Jarzinho. Yeah, he's quick, but I watched him take the ball from the halfway line, double tap RT all the way to the goal, and he got past all the defenders and then just hit a shot and I went in. Like that shouldn't happen because your defenders can't catch up with him. I don't know.
Is what I was saying to Jordan.
This is how it should have been. Yeah. No, so this is how it should have been on day one, right? This is the problem. We've had all this game up until now, and they're like, now we're going to go back to day one, where everyone's going to now shout for more patches because now they're bringing back something that should have been in the first place. But now we've got a whole different issue now because we've got a whole different game on our hands. So it's just a bit of a travesty.
But this wasn't even in the patch notes. They put this out later. They slipped this out and they went, "Oh, we forgot about this." There you go. I didn't read it on the screen.
Did they not say something about the pace of the player sometimes slows down when it shouldn't have slowed down? Is that what it was? The patch note was something to do
Yeah.
with when players are dribbling, their speed sometimes altered and it was slower than it should have been. That was like a patch note, but nobody realized that was what they were talking about.
That was ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah,
right. I'll break it down like this. I mean, we all watch football. Well, hang on. Me and James watch football. Jordan watches clips on YouTube. Right? Hi, Jordan. Yeah. Right.
Okay,
So,
can't deny that one, can I?
No, you really can't. You really can't. So we all know that it doesn't matter what player's got the ball. How many times does a fast player get that far behind a defender without a defender catching up with them? Unless they're knocking the ball out of their feet because they're slower when they're running with the ball, because tight dribbling. They're like players get caught up. You see, like the likes of the absolute extreme would be a Maguire catching up to an Mbappe, just because he's got a close control going on. He's running slower, but explosive. Bang! They get away. The likes of Rashford, Sterling, they use their pace to create that space first, and that's where they get the shots from. That's what we needed. That's all we needed. All EA had to do was make explosive. When you hit run, they reacted. Bang! Off. That'd be great. Perfect. Lovely, EA. Done. Don't do any more. You're all right. You're all right here. What they decided to do was go, do you know what? Everyone else needs to be slower. Everyone needs to be slower.
No, that's not what happened.
That's what happened.
Jamie here has got his tinfoil hat on and he's convinced that EA have done a whole lot of secret patch notes, so they haven't told us. They've made sure Limpy's gone a lot slower, half Limpy's pace. No, everyone Limpy now is half the pace.
I didn't say half.
The defenders that the extra patch to make sure defenders have got half the defender than they had. It's got a lot of extra pitch notes here.
Defenders are morons. They're morons. They are utter morons. Honestly. Honestly, if these defenders were in real life, they'd be trying to eat soup with a fork. That's how bad they are now. It's ridiculous. They react to anything. Yeah. That's like they've turned the reaction down on them. Honestly, I don't know why do this here? Why? And we haven't even touched on the fact that, now bear in mind, I'm quite lucky. All of my coins basically sit there because I don't know who I want to buy. But people have built entire teams around Lengthy and just had the market crash on them for Lengthy players. They've just screwed people. Why? Why do that to everyone? It's monstrous.
Yeah, it's just to be honest with you though, people I think knew that there was an issue with the game to start with. So by buying players dependent on Lengthy is probably not the greatest idea to do. But you can understand why people have done it. But it's just one of them. I think the market's maybe corrected itself slightly. Like the faster players that weren't as usable have went up a lot as well. So I think it's trying to balance the market back to normal again, which isn't a bad thing.
Ronaldo's now at his minimum price, 160k.
Yeah, the gold one. I seen that. Yeah, it's just
unbelievable.
But the thing is, what I don't understand, right? People are like, "Oh, Ronaldo's no good anymore." You could stick a hunter on him or an engine on him. He goes to controlled, and he's just as good again. Like, why is people panic selling him? You could just make him controlled, and he's good again. Like, I don't know how people see it.
I don't think anything's wrong with Lemphy. I think Lemphy's still okay. Like, I'm just using my heart. Bear in mind, I have only played 4 or 5 games since the patch, but we are talking about my Haaland is still Lemphy. He's still got his 93 pace, and he still feels rapid. He was still bombing past defenses.
You're also playing Division 7, though.
I'm Division 6, all right. You give my division a break just because I haven't played a lot.
I mean, Haaland is an exception. He is an exception, but it's I've noticed it most in defence. Which is it for me. It's not so much the pace; it's just the moronism. It's just ridiculous. So I'm baffled. I'm utterly baffled by it. Jordan, just for the class, what team are you rocking these days?
What do you mean? What we class? Do you want the whole list of my team, or are we going for?
Who have you got in your team?
I'd have to get well, my front three right now, right? I've got Jack Harrison, the Leeds SBC,
Right. Okay.
on the left wing.
Yeah.
Brilliant on the left wing. He's my hero. Always there, right time, right place. He's incredible. And then we have in the centre we got Haaland, just always there. He's just absolute tank, just burst through the defence now. He's unreal. And then the right hand side we got the one to watch, Raheem Sterling, who is just classic. I
Stinking.
mean, you can't not have
Stinking.
him really.
Just say stinking. That's what he is. He's stinking. Just say it how it is. He is stinking.
But that's my forward lineup. In
Yeah.
Cam, I've recently bought the Path to Glory Grealish, who's I'm still the judgment's still out on him. See, after 5 games, I'm still unsure, but he's all right. He does bits. Right?
Hang on. No way have you played
then-
5 games. No way have you played 5 games. I'm not having that. Carry on.
I mean, I might get a few rage quits in Division 7, all right? So, so it might have only been an hour, but it's 5 games. And then who are we going back for? Right, then we go back to my centre mids because I play 4-3-3 attack. So I've got Benassa. I'm not sure I even say that name, but he is incredible. He is this year's Kante. He runs around the pitch collecting the ball wherever he goes. He's awesome. And then on the other centre mid, I've got Milinkovic Savic, who's tank of the midfield. Presence is everywhere. Loves
Which
to be up and down
card?
the pitch. My box to box hero. Is
Which-
in form.
He's in form. Okay.
Yeah. And then do we go on to the defence now?
Yeah, we were
That's
interested.
what normally happens, Jordan. You go
Yeah.
attack,
Well,
midfield,
I'm
defence,
just
goalkeeper.
classifying
If you
we're
want
going
to
back
do your
the
subs as well,
morons.
you could do them if you want.
This is the point where Jamie goes to the morons. These are the people that are secretly nerfed, so that they should have been terrible now.
They are.
So
Yeah.
we've got we've got the left back Theo Hernandez, still incredible. I've still got him as lengthy, but maybe there'll be
Yeah.
time to change that soon.
Yeah.
And then I've got one centre back, which is the new swap version of Nathan Aki, who is I've literally only played 1 game. I just got him, so 1 game with him, and he was all right.
Okay.
Not much I
right.
can say about that.
Why did
And
you
then
do it? Out of interest.
why did I do him? He's rapid. He's Man City, so he's got a good link to Haaland, who's going to be my team probably the whole game. I've got, I mean, if I finish, I've got Carl Walker on the right hand side as well. So it's all about links.
Yeah.
He's got the Man City link, and he's nothing wrong
Why
with
did
him.
you
He's
not go
got.
for informing Kanji then?
You could have done, but 8 tokens for an awesome native Fanaki that you
I don't
can't.
know if he's awesome. We only played 1 game with him.
He's got the hairstyle, right? If he's got the hairstyle, the afro, that makes him amazing, right? Just look
Yeah.
at Renato Sanchez. That's all
Yeah.
that's all it
Yeah.
takes.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
The
enough.
special hairstyle.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. Yeah, I've told you about Carl Walker.
You not
Oh,
play
then
with
the other centre
goalkeeper?
back. I don't play with a goalkeeper. You don't need that in Division 7. Nobody gets near him.
I bet you've lost games in there, haven't you? You've definitely lost games in there.
But my other centre back, Tamori, awesome. Although I have noticed he's not as good as before because I think he's just falling behind the
I
curve
wonder
now.
why that is, Jordan. Right, I carry on.
He might. I probably not have spent enough coins on a centre back, so he might need to be improved sometime soon. And then, my nan in defence, no goalkeeper.
Yeah, my nan. What keeper?
He's a brilliant keeper.
Magic
Saved me
Mike.
time and time again.
Who are your super subs? You go to super subs.
Player above Gakpo,
Yeah.
who did actually ruin me in my previous game on the opposition team. That was incredible. Never
Sorry.
seen that happen before.
You messaged me moaning about that.
It was insane. I've never seen it happen before. He ran from corner counter, just sprinted past my whole team and scored. I still won 5-1, but it was an incredible bit of running from Gakpo that I've never seen before in my life. Especially since he doesn't have the high dribbling that they said they fixed the bug for. So that was quite
Sorry, hang
Indifferent.
on, Jordan. So just repeat that sentence.
I said he didn't quite have the high dribbling that they said they fixed the bug for.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah,
need to probably
that bit.
specify.
That bit there that they said they fixed. How many times have they said they've fixed something and they haven't? Exactly. Case closed. EA, you suck. Right, sorry, carry on.
Anyway, we'll move on from Gakpo after he annihilated me and I subbed him on. He's one of my super subs. I don't know who else I bring on now. I'd have to go look it up. I can't remember. I don't use many subs.
Well,
So
That's it then. Eh?
James, as a FIFA as a FIFA expert, how would you rate that team?
To be fair, for the amount that he actually plays the game, it's a decent team, But yeah, it's just this. If I played against that team, I'd be happy. If I played against that team every during the weekend league,
Do you think you'd make him cry, James?
maybe. But to be honest with you, see the Tamori thing, right? A quick thing for you is Tamori's normal card. Obviously isn't great. His team of the week though, when the lengthy thing got mentioned, he went up 60k. So the lengthy thing happened, and then when cards were dropping and going up, depending on what card they were getting used, he actually increased in value with the other ones. And I'm not sure why that is, but I've got him. I bought Team of the Week tomorrow, and he is very good, but he doesn't get played as a lengthy card. He gets played as a controlled.
Yeah, that's probably why, because I packed his gold and I had to put an architect on him to get him lengthy. So that'll be why, because he's a control.
Because you can put I think I've got an anchor on him, so it does pace, defend, and physical instead of, like you said, architect, where it's realistically architect's not any good for a centre back. Was it pacing, physical, passing and physical? Sorry.
Yeah.
That to me is not any good.
So I think
yeah,
Jordan's got his subs. Too. Here we go. Jordan's last couple of super subs, Jordan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. I've got my Path to Glory Dion just sat on the bench that I packed untradeable.
You scumbag.
And I've tried him and he's terrible. I don't like him at all, but he's sat on my bench now. He's one of those super subs. He's all right. He comes on for a bit of 10 minutes into the game. Ronaldo wouldn't be happy with that, but De Jong's all right. We've got.
He's not running off the field, Morgan.
No, he's not doing interviews behind my back, so we're all right there.
Good.
And I've got Chouameni one to watch, another untradeable, just sat on my bench. Good for a late defensive mid coming on to secure a win.
Parking the bus.
Exactly, yeah. And then I've got my red Pedri, and he's just another one just to control game out. Nice passing, dribbling ability. And I mean that's pretty much. Oh, and then I got Park Ji-sung out of my hero pack. So another box to box hero.
I don't know why he's not in your team though. I don't know why he's not in your team.
Well, I'm rotating between him and Jack Harrison because Jack Harrison's my hero. He's been in there for the whole game so far.
Is it World Cup or normal?
What? The Park Ji-sung is the normal one.
He needs to be in that team. He needs to be in the team irrespective. But
so I'm in and out of him at the moment. I'm a bit undecided.
You can play another side. Get Sterling out.
Yeah.
No. Sterling secured his spot. He is a classic.
You sound like Gareth Southgate. He's stinking. Get him out.
I mean, yeah, he's
there's favoritism, but there is favoritism in my team right now.
Right. Actually, right. Two points. I need to apologise to anyone I said do Raheem Sterling to, because he'll definitely get some upgrades. The way he's performing at the minute, he's getting sold in January. And James, I'm waiting for an apologies from you actually. After you diddled me and my guru for my Jack Grealish.
Yeah. I
want a public apology, James. I want a public apology.
I think you benefit more off of the information I give you than the information when it's wrong, because it's right more than it's wrong.
I want that apology, James. What did you?
I apologise to you off stream on your own, and that's enough for me.
I want my apology, James.
You're not getting it.
Tell Jordan what you did. Tell Jordan what you did.
So basically, Jordan, how it worked was Jack Grealish was about 87k, and I say to him, like what I do every week, the card will drop by Thursday, which every week it does. They brought the patch out on Wednesday, I believe. Jack Grealish then went from 87k to 110, 115. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. I get profit on my Jack Grealish. I didn't even know.
Yeah, so, but yeah, basically, I says to Jamie, hold off, you'll be cheaper, wait until Thursday, and he went up. So, how the game plays, though.
My guru failed me. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Right, because I feel I'm on a mode, I'm on a soapbox. Let me get my big one out. I got soft banned. Sunday. Soft banned for playing swaps, for playing a game mode that EA have put in. And the good thing about the soft ban, so I either played 75 games or in a day, or I played, was it 12 and 15 in an hour?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it
The thing
works.
about
Yeah.
that is there's no timer. And it's all because of VA putting in first goal wins. So I think it's disgraceful. And it wasn't just me. Apparently, there's many others as well. We're getting soft banned because we're utter ballers and we can win these games. So we just smash through them. Yeah, punished for it.
It's been an issue for since they started doing this golden goal. It's been an issue. Really, when people are doing that friendly, they should know that the games are going to be a lot quicker because it's golden goal. And it's just what I've had to do in the past, right? Is I've had to play on old gen, wait until I have the soft ban, then go into new gen to play the rest of the games because they're classed as two separate games. So if you're soft banned on old gen, you can still play new gen because they're two different.
But there's no countdown. There's no countdown. I don't know what's going on. I even got into a chat with an EA advisor. Said they were compensating me. I was like, well, what point is this? What point does this work? I don't care if I'm compensated. I want to play the game. I had swaps to finish. It's disgrace.
It's stupid.
I don't understand it. It's just utter nonsense. Utter nonsense for me.
You've played more games in an hour than Jordan's played the last one.
But in fairness to Jordan, congratulations. He managed to get a woman to marry him, which none of us thought were possible. We were waiting for you to be able to marry a copy of FIFA. And then we would have quite happily, see you down the aisle with a copy of FIFA. So congratulations, mate. I'm very happy for you. Very happy for you. So Jordan's hadn't had the most amount of time recently. However,
you had to do dishes and all sorts.
Exactly. However, he doesn't play enough anyway. He barely played before he got married. So I'll excuse him during marriage and whatnot.
Well,
but...
I mean, hang on now. I have done 3 weekend leagues. I mean, that's a lot, right? you got to give me some credit, right? A weekend league is a lot of time, right? And you got to qualify as well, and get the points, etc. So I've done 3 weekend leagues. I mean, that's a lot of time.
When was your wedding again? A couple of weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago.
It was like a month ago now.
Yeah. So that week, I played 3 weekend leagues in that weekend. I helped Jamie on his, mine's, and my dad's in that one weekend, and you've done it in the whole time. That's poor. It's poor show.
I was ill from the night of my wedding, to be fair, for the next 2 weeks, so I didn't play a lot of Xbox anyway. It was a bad time.
Sounds like excuses to me.
Do you know what? I will allow that because marriage, fine, whatever. I'll give him that. But the fact he's rocking Jack Harrison. Actually, I want to dig about that as well. I sent Jordan a little picture of Jack Harrison and Rodrigo, the dynamic duo, whatever they were called at the time, and he said, "Awful card," were his exact words. Awful cards. Now he's sat here telling us how good they are. The bloody cheek of him! How dare you?
You must have been on Reddit.
Yeah.
They must have said, "Oh, he's a good card," and Jordan's went, Reddit said it's a good card. It's definitely a good card. Get on it.
No, hang on now, right? I've admitted I'm wrong about the Jack Harrison Rodrigo link, although Rodrigo did end up being pretty poo, to be honest. Let's be honest there. I did try and use them together. It's not good enough at all. But Jack Harrison, there's a shortage of left wings that are English. Obviously, I could change Sterling over to left wing, but I could have done. But anyway, so there's not really many left wings that are English. So I was like, I'll give Harrison a try on the left wing, and he has been just unreal for me, and it's really strange.
When you say English, do you mean Premier League?
Well, yeah.
At this point, I'd like to advise our viewers not to listen to Jordan's opinions on which cards are good, because he once told us all that Van Basten was great, and he wasn't. He was shocking. He was the only one, the only one through the entirety of FIFA 18 who liked him. So you can't, don't listen to Jordan's opinion on players because you will get burned. However, he's a half decent player. I know he's in Dig 7 because he hasn't played the game. He was a half decent player once upon a time. So carry on, Jordan.
once upon a time, that Van Basten was a killer, right? I'm not.
No,
I don't think he is anymore. I think the meta's gone. FIFA 18 was just made for Van Basten. It was his
wasn't
game.
wasn't even the meta then.
No, he wasn't a meta, no. If anything, he'd be a meta now, wouldn't he? He was lengthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, back then with Van Basten, you could do a few step overs, right? He might have only had his 4-star skills
He
and
didn't
three
have
star
Oh,
weak
all-star
spots.
man.
skills.
Step over.
But
Oh,
you
God.
did you did your step overs, you did your drag back, and you'd score almost every shot. He was clinical, the most clinical striker in the history of FIFA for me, if you
Right.
don't
I,
include playing
I
month
played
side.
with Van Basten because Jordan went away. He was visiting family, so he was on a holiday, and there was a token or something at the time in Daily Knockout. So I did it for him, and I had to use Van Basten. I might have had to do 2 for him, and it was a terrible card, genuinely, because at that point I hadn't realised Jordan was such an unpopular opinion puffin. I used to listen to his opinion on cards. And because it was the time of Icon SPCs, I almost did him because I thought he looks similar to a Suarez. And I loved the Suarez card I had first or second inform or something at the time. I thought, wow, potentially he could be a good card. So I used him on Jordan's account. Worst card I'd ever used, which was supposed to be good. It was shocking. I took him out in the end. I took him out to do it for him to get whatever swap token it was at the time.
I played
So
them. I played them as well. And Jordan's advice, I bought them because I had a lot of coins anyway. And wow, there's a reason why he's like sub 100k because he's absolutely rotten. I've seen milk turn quicker. I really have. He actually turns that slow. Oh man.
FIFA 18 was a whole different game. Using that left trigger to just hold off the defense, turn them. In fact, you didn't even have to turn them. You just wait until
Oh,
they
you
go
couldn't
one way or
turn
the
them,
other,
could you?
and you turn them after they moved. Right, you're just reading the play. It took a special kind of player to use that guy in that game. That was a whole different ball game.
You're definitely right about the special part.
yeah. Right. So last thing to mention is the World Cup mode. It's been brought into FUT. Other than swaps, I'm sort of over it, really. I don't really understand. They're gonna have to do something with these cards because I feel I'm just collecting stickers. What do you two think about it at the moment?
On you go, Jordan. You go first.
Well, I'm not too sure where they're going with this promo, to be honest. It was a nice original idea with the whole pack of the cards and collecting them. But we have also got the target of how many cards you collect to go up the levels before the end of December, I think it is, before it expires. And then you
750.
get,
750.
750. And it doesn't matter. And I do like the fact they've added the fact that it doesn't matter if you get duplicates, they all still add on to the timer.
Oh,
Or
do
is
they?
it timer? Or
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, you get duplicates, they still add on to your 750. Because to collect them all was going to be very, very hard. So they've just added duplicates go onto it, which is nice. But then after you've got them, you can just discard them. It doesn't matter. But just I'm not too sure what the point of them is now. Obviously, for swaps they were helpful,
Yeah.
but now I'm not sure where they're going with it. To be honest.
Well, swaps, they were essential rather than helpful. I think you needed them. But other than that, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is because I've not even looked at the objectives. I've not done any of the swaps or nothing because it gives me a headache. I look at it and go, you have to score with a Qatar player and then play 6 games and then win 6 games with that league and then this league, and I'm just like, all that hassle for a token, which I get. Obviously, you put them into a good SBC, but I just like the red cards that you get in a pack. You open them up. Like I got Kyle Walker, for example. I've got a Kyle Walker, but I can't use the red one because he's England and English, so he doesn't link to anybody. So straight away, he's useless unless you've got a full England squad. So I don't understand what the purpose of the cards are. It's like I'd understand if they'd done a thing whereas you could put them into like a squad builder, put them into a squad builder, once you've got so many of a certain overall, and it gives you a pack of a Path to Glory player or something, so that people have then got something to work towards. Or if I get an X amount overall with these reds, I could put them in to potentially get myself a Path to Glory player. But apart from that, it's just for me, they need to bring out League SBCs. They bring out League SBCs, then a lot more people will be on it because they like grinding the SBCs. But if they don't bring that out, I think that FIFA will be probably very rarely put on for most people after Christmas. You know.
Time will tell. Time will tell. I think they'll do something. But right. Anyway, guys, this has been fantastic. So we'll have to do this again next week, obviously. Jordan might have to join us as a 4 if it's not his bedtime, because if it's anything past 9 o'clock, he's not keen. And you know, we're all missing Cal. I know we're all missing Cal and his ever-changing face. So well, thank you. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
And
It's been fun.
see you next week. I'm off to watch I'm a Celebrity. So get me out of here. See you later, boys.
Oh, God.